What's up, Commanders fans? We got some really bad news. And if you don't know already, Daron Payne won't be playing in the Eagles game coming up. So the reason why he won't be playing is because he has a finger issue and also a knee issue. So they just put him on the injury reserve. But let me tell you how we can turn this bad news into some really good news. And the reason I say that is because Daron Payne has played this whole entire season, has done fine, has allowed us to see him at least get 4 sacks and 5.5 tackles for loss, right? But let's not forget about a guy that Adam Peters brought in during the draft in the second round, right? A guy that he brought in was none other than Jayden Newton, right? So it was a pick that nobody seen coming, but because he was still sitting in the draft, we got him, right? But Adam Peters is just that guy. And the fact that he came in clutch because, of course, in the beginning of the season, we thought Jayden Newton wasn't going to play because he just kept getting all these injuries. We were already considering him to be a bust. A lot of people was, let's be honest. But he had got 2 foot injuries before the season started, and then as the season started, we got to see who he was. And he just really picked up like he played the whole preseason. Like, he didn't even play, but he played like he did. And, he really came in clutch when Jonathan Allen wasn't there, right? And we got to see him get up to 7 tackles for loss and 2 sacks. And I want you to understand this. He has only started 11 games, right? Not saying that he didn't play a lot of games, but he's only started 11 games, right? So that means within those 11 games, he has really been productive, right? And those are the games that we didn't have guys that we really needed, like Jonathan Allen, playing for us, right? So I need you to understand. It's bad because Daron Payne is not there. And statistically, we play worse when he's not there. But in my opinion, we play worse every game, really. So defense has not been doing that phenomenal. For us to be 18th in the league is really saying something. But you got to understand this. When it comes to the playoffs, it does not matter. Your season rankings does not matter. It all goes out the window. You see what happened for us when we played guys like the Lions, guys like the Buccaneers. These are people that are at the top of their division, right? And we knocked them out. And then we have one more team we need to knock out that's in the top of their division. And of course our division. That's the Philadelphia Eagles. And think about it. Like, we've been going to these places, to their homes, to whoop their ass. Like, this is what we've been doing. And this is with the rookie. And, of course, our defense has sucked. But you got to think about what the Eagles have over there, right? And before we get to the Eagles, let me tell you that Jayden Newton has done a lot more with less. And that's because he's that guy. He's good. So, with us having Jonathan Allen back, right? And then us having Jayden Newton getting up, getting more experience and just getting up there and understanding what his role is and how to play his role, right? Bro, we're not missing a thing. Daron Payne and Jayden Newton, in my opinion, are the same, if not better. The same, or if not, we can get the same production out of Jayden Newton. So don't worry. It's nothing to worry about. It's not that bad. But our defense is ass, really. On the front end, we can't stop the run, we just struggle with stopping the run. But when it comes to the playoffs, you got to understand, we have been doing a lot of things that a lot of people said we wouldn't do. We have gotten farther than a lot of people thought we would. Even us. I thought we would be knocked out in the first round. I'm going to be honest with you. But because of what we have done on the back end, with bringing in Marshawn Lattimore, we have, filled in the holes that we have. Of course, we still got more holes that we got to fill, but can we still do it? Yes. And the reason is because one good reason is because Jalen Hurts, right? Jalen Hurts is injured, and he's going to have a brace on. So the number one thing we have to stop when we play him is the run game. He can run, he can also pass, but this season they have really relied on the run game a lot, especially with Saquon Barkley. Who wouldn't? But with that being said, it's like now that he has the brace on, it's a lot we don't have to worry about, because it's like it's a lot of things that happens. I'm not used to a quarterback having a brace, of course, besides RG3, but most times it's a lineman that has a brace on their leg, an offensive lineman, a defensive lineman. Those are the people that I'm used to. But when it comes to a quarterback, it shows a weakness, and then also we understand that he's not going to be as mobile as he usually be. Like on a regular basis, his mobility may be at an A+, but when he has that brace on, it's like a D-. Like he's not going to be doing all the movement that you think he is. So it's cold in here. My bad, y'all. I'm stuttering and I'm messing up. Y'all gonna be all right, but just bear with me. But once we start this game, I need y'all to understand that it's going to be a different game than we've ever played before, because we're coming off of a Detroit Lions win. If we could beat Detroit, right, with all their weapons, and think about it, I'm just gonna be honest with you. If we're gonna compare Saquon Barkley to somebody, compare it to Jahmyr Gibbs. Like, he was running on us, but you understood when the quarterback couldn't do what the quarterback needed to do, which was score and move like he needed to. We took over the game, especially with Mike Sanders still getting 2 interceptions and us just having a phenomenal game. And, even Jeremy Chin putting the game away to help us understand, like, it was nothing else they was going to do. And I think Frankie Louisville got an interception too. But it was just the fact that we locked that game down, right? And it got to a point, if you can't keep up, that's who people are starting to realize it. But Jayden Daniels is on the same caliber as a Patrick Mahomes. He's a guy that can go all the way into the game, and every time he goes down there, he's trying to score. He's not making as many mistakes as regular quarterbacks. So he's already in that top tier caliber of quarterbacks, because he understands a lot. Like, he plays like he's a third year quarterback. He plays better than Jalen Hurts. And it's a statistic going around that says that in the playoffs, Jalen Hurts has never thrown over 200 yards. And that's all Jayden Daniels does. And, he almost threw for 300 last game. But, I think it was just 1 yard shy. But I'm just thinking, like, bro, like, he does a lot of things right that Jalen Hurts doesn't. So he knows how to get the deep ball, the mid-range, short throws. He knows how to run when he got to. But this is something that I want you to understand. This could be any quarterback. This could be your Lamar Jackson. This could be your Jayden Daniels. This could be Patrick Mahomes, right? This could be any of those type of quarterbacks, because that's all it takes. Small injuries, big injuries, any injury can keep you from being your best. But I want y'all to understand, it's nothing to worry about. I feel like we're gonna win this game, one, because we got a lot of heart. We've been the underdogs for so long, and I think if we win this game, you got to think about all the Eagles fans that we shut up. It's no more of that. Oh, you know what? It is going to be some kickback. The kickback is going to be that Jalen Hurts wasn't his best. He had a brace on his leg. They're going to make so many excuses, right? But it's like that hasn't stopped them from trying to win games when Jalen Hurts wasn't there. And now that he's there, he's not playing at his best. Like, I understand. I know y'all whooped our ass the first time we played y'all. Got it. But it wasn't like we got our ass bust. It was just like we lost the momentum to keep up in the first game. Second game, Jalen Hurts, he got injured, got a concussion, got out. And then we took over the game and won it. This time, Jalen Hurts is there, but he has a leg brace and is hindering him from being his best. That's what happens in football. Everybody can't play their best. You see guys like, there's certain people that can't come out that you need no matter what. Like, Jalen Hurts, cool. He's been here before. We need him in the game. If he could just throw from the pocket, if we could just run a lot more, we'll try to win this game, right? That could be the case. And then, that brace can keep him from planting his feet right. That could keep him from making certain movements that he would have did before that would have got him, an advantage. It's not. So you just got to understand, when we win this game, it's going to be so many excuses from the Eagles fans. But if we lose this game, they're going to talk shit. They're going to talk trash. But I need y'all to understand that because we got so much heart, we got so much built on this team in 1 year. And it's like this team shouldn't be that good with how bad the defense is. But it's because of Jayden Daniels that we are this good. And it's like, all right, cool. We got so much that we have gotten from him that hopefully he still continues to pull out all the tricks in his bags. And people are still underestimating him to this day. So it's like, he can throw it anywhere on the field. In the end zone, he can get you down there. He just got to rely on his kickers sometimes. And sometimes they let us down. But hopefully, I know we're going to get the dub. And the reason I say that is because we got a lot of heart, bro. In the playoffs, the stats really don't make too much of a difference because it's like all it is now in the playoffs, you only get one chance, right? And you got to make sure you don't make any mistakes. You could fumble. You could throw an interception. It can happen for each team. But I want you to understand, as long as guys go out here and create opportunities, take advantage of opportunities, and also just go out there and execute and do their job, I'm telling you, we're going to get the dub. It's an even playing field. I don't care if Jalen was good and healthy. It's an even playing field because it's the playoffs. A lot of nerves is up. They're high. It really just all comes down to who's going to go out there and play. And then it's cold. Woo! When it's cold, you're going to see, in my opinion, you're going to see a lot of fumbles. You're going to see a lot of, man, people ain't going to be, going out there with the same mentality. When it's cold, bro, I don't think y'all understand. When you get hit and it's cold, man, I just can't explain how you don't play the same when it's cold. You get hit, but let's throw this in there. Jayden Daniels still has, a rib injury. Of course, it's not where it was before, but let's throw that in there. They want to throw some excuses in there. We can too. But I just want y'all to understand, we're going to get this dub, man. As long as everybody execute, just like the Lions game, we're going to do the same thing, bro. We just got to go out there and execute. And, man, of course, we at their home. This would be crazy if we go out here and win this dub. But we would shut a lot of Eagles fans up. And, man, I feel like that's the only thing. As long as we all just go out there and play and get it, bro. You can't get this far. And, it's like, it's really like nobody's seen this coming. It's like really crazy for us to get this far. But it's like you got to go in. Like, you can't think about, next year we're going to come back and we're going to take off. No, we here now. Take off. Go. Get that dub, It's going to happen, man. Everybody just got to relax. And just watch the game. Jayden Daniels going to do his thing. And I ain't worried about next year right now. Right now, I'm worried about this game. We got to focus on this game and the next game. And really, honestly, just focus on this game. We're going to figure out everything else once we get the dub. We got to focus on this one team. We got to stop Saquon Barkley. We got to stop A.J. Brown. We got to stop Devontae Smith. We got to stop Jalen Carter. This man is a menace. They got some injuries, but we got to learn how to stop guys. Not just worry about who's injured. Okay, who we don't have to worry about. No, we still got to worry about Jalen. He's there. His decisions may look different than Kenny Pickett's decisions, And if I was a quarterback myself, I would rather I go out there and play with a brace than have you put in a backup that could probably play better than me right now. But because I've worked so hard this entire season to get here, I can't let it go. You know what I'm saying? So, we ain't got nothing to worry about. And that bad news that we heard, it's going to be some good news. Jazon Newton is going to step up, and he's going to play hard, and he's going to go all out, man. And we're going to play. And it's not like we don't got guys, bro. We got Dante Fowler, who has been coming in clutch. Dorrance Armstrong, who has been coming in clutch, bro. Like, they have been doing things that we need to get the dub. Even Quan Martin, bro. He has really been underestimated, and now it's like it's his time, bro. And then De'Ami Brown, come on. Olamide Zaccheaus, he didn't show up last game, but we didn't need him. We depended on De'Ami Brown. Every game has its own people to depend on. This is gonna be a rough one too, because it's cold and it's real cold. I mean, the last game we had in Detroit was cold too. So this ain't no different. We just different teams, and we just got to play smarter. And you got to think. I said it before, but last week, when I tell you we let up so many yards, we could do the same, but you got to still go out there and win. I know I'm rapping, but just wanted to let y'all know we ain't got nothing to worry about, man. Everybody relax, man. We're gonna get the dub. We just got to all go out there and play our heart out, man. It's all about heart in the playoffs. That's it. Stats go out the window. Heart is all that matters. Because there's going to be a lot of people watching and a lot of people nervous. And if you can put them nerves aside and execute, that's all that matters, bro. I'm out.